Hello, Ina.
It's so nice to talk to you, Ernie. How are you?
I am great. So tell me, what is it about Downton Abbey that has pulled you in?
Well, first, I think it's a really important era where there was a major transition happening from, starting way back when with the sinking of the Titanic, but through World War I. And it's kind of the end of an era, and it's the beginning of a lot of people making choices to go out on their own, women to be emancipated. There was so much going on then. I think it's really interesting. But the thing that I love about the show is you care about every character. And that's so rare. They each have a full story. They're each really interesting, and they're each having their own struggles.
Do you have a favorite?
I think kind of Lady Edith is going to turn out to be my favorite because she was very quiet in the beginning, really didn't voice her opinion, and found herself owning a magazine and found her voice. And now I see in this later episode, she's now starting to talk back to Mary and assert herself. So I really appreciate the arc of what she's gone through.
Okay, now it's not happenstance you're with us today. The great battle between Carson and Hughes. Poor Mrs. Hughes trying to cook for Carson. From a cooking standpoint, was it really that hard to please Carson, do you think?
I do. I think that he's run a great house. He has very exacting standards, and he expects everybody to be in his control. And that's one of the themes in this show is people who used to be in the control of the people in charge. Remember, when Carson walks into the room, all the servants stand up.
Right.
So they treat him with enormous respect. But a relationship between a husband and wife is a very different relationship, and she doesn't want to be treated like one of the servants.
Okay, another question then along the same line. Okay, we've got to please someone and make a nice meal that's really going to make them appreciate you more. What recipe would you have had for Mrs. Hughes?
Well, I'm a big fan of the simple roast chicken. It looks like it's really hard to do, but it's not. Where you put the chicken in the pan with all the vegetables and fennel and baby carrots and all kinds of things. You put it in the oven, and it comes out, and it looks really fancy, but it's not at all. So I think that's the easiest thing to make. But if she's going to teach him a lesson, I'd choose something harder than that.
And as long as we're talking about cooking, Mrs. Patmore has to run quite a house when it comes to the food. Do you think she's got things in control in that kitchen?
I think she totally has things in control in that kitchen. And I love that she loves to teach Daisy. That's one of her pleasures. So she's really handing her knowledge on to the next generation.
Well, thank you for all that you've taught your audience over the years and for ours tonight. Thank you so much, Ina.
It was so much fun, Ernie. Great to talk to you.